we are exploring. Today we're on the way to Mount Nebo State Park near Dardanelle, Arkansas. And in part one of this three-part series, I'm going to show you the Bench Overlook close to the Bench Road and some scenic views in a picnic area. Mount Nebo is the mountain you can see there in the distance ahead of us. Today is a pretty cloudy and windy day, but I hope it's not gonna rain and we're gonna see some cool stuff. There in the distance we're up most of the way on the mountain. There in the distance you can see how high up we are. Mount Nebo became a state park in 1928, and most of the construction you see here was done by the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC. And we're gonna see some of that. Let's go and have a closer look. Over here, this is the first structure after the park sign. This seems to be a well, and this is pretty close to where the first settlers built log cabins. This is Civilian Conservation Corps construction here in this little well house. The roof, of course, makes sure that nothing drops into the well. This is the Bench Overlook. A bench is a wider terrace, and this terrace here is wide enough to accommodate a road and lots for the first settlers. 12 cabins were down this road that we see in the distance, and this overlook here gives us a first idea of how high up we are. This is a few hundred feet below the summit, and I would say we can certainly see 50 miles, if not more, in the distance. And over there on the left, that's Lake Dardanelle. Wow. Here we're going up to the summit. At the bottom of the mountain there's a warning sign that this is a crooked and steep road, and that's what it is. Here we are at a picnic area. There are picnic benches and a picnic pavilion and a building made of stone that is also CCC, or Civilian Conservation Corps construction. In the late 1860s, after the Civil War, the summit of Mount Nebo was developed as a recreational area with a hotel that held 100 rooms. And local families from Dardanelle had summer homes here on the mountain and on the bench that we saw earlier. Mount Nebo was named by Mrs. Louis Wright around that time, and she named it after the mountain mentioned in the Bible from which Moses had a view of the promised land. Wow, you can hear how windy it is in the background. There are cabins now that you can rent. Those I'm going to show you closer in part 3 of this little series. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it.